Back at it again, and we got one here with Campus Reform talking about political diversity on campus. So I had to check this one out. Politics and diversity, political diversity on a college. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting to say the least. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and make sure you're following me on social media too. Those links are down below in the description box. All right? Make sure you're sharing these videos as well. It's the arrow button down below. Okay? You can copy the link, send it via text message, via DM. All right? Anywhere you like, or any way you like. And let's dive in.
Hi guys, my name is Noelle Fitchett and I'm here at Texas A&M University with Campus Reform. We're going to go around and ask students what they think is important: ethnic diversity, diversity of thought, and if it should be allowed on campus. Let's go find out. What do you think is more important in college, diversity or academics?
I would say probably academics.
Why so?
Good answer.
Because it's about the college education.
They're both important. You need them.
Diversity, I would say. Like 50%.
Oh no. Oh no. Sheesh, Louise. Here we go again. Here we go. Now, see, look, listen. Campus Reform fooled me. I thought this was about to go good. First guy said academics. Now they saying some BS. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Of both.
I think diversity overall. You know, if you see your diverse group from wherever culture you're from, you know, more minds think alike.
You need to have diversity to have academics.
I go with academics. If I did not gain the enough education I need for my career, it's kind of pointless to have so many diversity.
In a way, diversity is academics.
If you have a really diverse amount of people, but you have no academics, it's not necessarily a college campus.
Diversity, probably.
What kind of diversity do you think is important?
Like with race and everything, like it's important. Also, like different sex and different, like, I don't know, like identities.
Racial diversity is a huge thing. Diversity of ideas is really important.
Racial diversity.
Is it really diversity of ideas?
Or like sexual orientation or whatever.
Multiple people from different countries, different languages, and different ethnicity, I guess.
Religion, race, gender, like sex, all that.
Area you're from and socioeconomic status.
Diversity and experience.
Religious diversity, like racial diversity as well.
Do you think political diversity is as important as all of those other types of diversity?
Ooh, here we go. The $1 million question. Do they think political diversity is important? Let's play the game again, guys. Let's play the game again. Let's have a little bit of fun. Now, I don't know how many people she's going to ask. Okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like about 8 people. So out of 8, and don't cheat, of course, don't cheat. All right, we all know you can fast forward, whatever. Come on, let's have a little bit of honest fun here. Out of 8 people, how many of those 8 people do you think are going to say political diversity is important? I'm going to say, this was a tough one, actually. This is a really tough one. Man. Because they all were agreeing that diversity is a thing, except for the one guy. Out of 8, I'll say 3. 3 will say political diversity is important. 3 out of the 8. So almost half, but not quite. 3. What's your answer? Type it in the comment section below right now. Type it. Scroll down and type it in the comment section. What is your answer on that question? All right. Now let's jump back in.
Yeah, I think it's important.
Yeah, learn from other people. You talk to them, you get their experiences, and you'll be able to like better form your own opinions.
In a college setting, yeah, I guess, because it's like important to hear like.
Oh man, they've already hit my limit. There's 3 right there. There's 3. I'm shocked. But listen, I'm happy to lose this one. One of the times that I'm happy to lose, okay, is right here, because this is good. This is great. This is amazing that they all agree that political diversity, now, when it actually comes to putting it in practice, that may be a different story. But the fact that they're willing to say it out loud, I think is a step, at least, in the right direction. And like I said before, you have to present a political discussion in a very specific way to leftists. Otherwise, they just get angry at you and run away. So I think that will also play a key in having these types of discussions, especially on college campuses. But yeah, 3 so far. Let's see if anybody else continues. I got a feeling that this chick is going to agree with her. Let's see.
Different perspectives.
As long as you accept them as who they are and understand, or at least try to understand where they come from.
When people have conflicting ideas, that's how you can come to a point where you're in agreement with people. The more people contributing to the ideas of our school, it just helps everyone grow.
Yeah, I think everyone should be able to think what they think.
I don't think it's as important. It's kind of hard to balance that out based on people's political views rather than stuff you can write down and stuff.
Do you think people with different views should be able to express those views on campus?
If they're doing so in a safe way.
Do you think the school does?
Wow, the one guy that I thought would say, yeah, sure. He said no. So all of them said yes except for one, and it was the guy who didn't care about diversity, which I guess it kind of makes sense because he didn't care about diversity from the beginning. He said it's all about academics, which, yeah, I understand. Now that I think about it, I get it. He doesn't really care too much about diversity. It's all about academics. Let's get to these books, baby. That's what we're here for. That's what we paid for. I understand.
Anything to encourage racial diversity or different types of diversity on campus?
I think the school does do things to encourage diversity. Whether they do enough is definitely a question.
I think the school tries, but it's not something you can really force.
Yeah, I can tell, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Do you think that the school does anything to encourage political diversity?
Specifically, not really.
The school has opportunities for you to go into different topics.
There's a lot of opening for dialogue between students with different ideas.
Yeah, I haven't seen it a whole lot.
I don't know if we really actually do a whole lot to encourage.
A recent poll was done, and 71% of Republicans said that they would dorm with someone who thought differently, and only 38% of Democrats said that they would dorm with someone who thinks differently. Why do you think there's a difference between those numbers?
There's kind of a stigma on Republicans. Kind of on average, Democrats may think that if people think differently, they're bad people. And I think that's just because of news and media.
Thank you. Bing, 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 bing. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. Love to hear it.
I think there's a stigmatism with conservatives that most conservatives are racist or homophobic, and people don't want to look past that and think oh, maybe they're not.
There might be a more
come on now,
polarized view coming from Democrats. They might feel maybe less safe with people with different ideas.
I guess because Republicans need to just gain more support from different opinions and views.
I'm definitely the minority in terms of where I stand politically in my household, and I don't mind it. There's some of my best friends there. People on extremes, for a fact, aren't willing to meet with other people on extremes, and maybe there's more people on the left that are extreme.
People on the left or where might perceive that people on the right would be more infringing on their kind of rights. Or maybe people on the right are just completely okay with you do whatever you want because I'm just doing me.
Do you think universities should encourage political diversity as well?
Yeah. People.
They talk about all other types of diversity. Hey, listen. Speaking of diversity on college campuses, maybe that should be part of the diversity on college campuses. Because it's all about diversity when it comes to race, background, and all of this other stuff, which the Supreme Court is discussing. Maybe political affiliation should be part of that. 50-50 Democrats and Republicans on college campuses. How about that? It's diversity, right? I'm just saying, if we're gonna have all this diversity on college campuses, hey, don't discriminate against conservatives. Don't discriminate, or I'm gonna be at your front door with a lawsuit.
Mine would be changed.
Yeah, that dialogue is definitely important because if you don't hear the other side, then you'll never be able to compromise.
Yeah, I think they should.
Definitely. A lot of these things, there aren't wrong ideas on either side, you know what I mean? There's
No.
just different paths to the same goal.
There's some definite wrong ideas. That's for sure.
Through life with only one point of view kind of restricts your knowledge.
It's a great way of learning more and getting a holistic review, a better perspective on the world.
When you engage with someone who's like different from you, you will either learn something new that you'll be grateful for in the future, or you'll be able to like have a stronger foundation for what you already believe.
Wow. So shout out to Campus Reform on that video. I mean, I started off like super excited because of the first guy, then a little bit down because I'm like, oh man, this is going the wrong direction, absolute wrong direction. Then I got excited again because I was shocked at all the great answers. I was like, wow, oh, well, I'll be darned. And listen, maybe they're just saying that in front of the camera, and, you know, once the camera's cut off and they actually get in those types of situations, things could be different. But like I said earlier, the fact that they were even willing to say that out loud, I feel, is a step in the right direction, and it's something that we need to continue. Even if they don't completely agree, I think we need to get back to the point where we can have open and honest discussions, where we can have those conversations without a bunch of screaming and yelling, because that's not necessary. That doesn't get us anywhere. That's not productive. And I know leftist politicians, that's what they want. They want us fighting. They want us going at each other. You know, Joe and all those folks, I'm sure they want that, because they know when we have that, we'll never come to any type of agreement on anything, and they want us divided, even though we're on the same boat together. So, like I said, I think it's important to speak about these topics in the right way, and I'm going to keep harping on that because through watching these videos, that's just something that I've learned. You have to say things. Goodness gracious, I can't talk. You have to say things in the right way in order to continue that conversation. And once you've really opened that door, then you can kind of, you know, speak about it how you would normally speak, because now that door is open and they feel comfortable to sit and speak with you. But you got to make them feel comfortable first. And I get it. Sometimes it's a little annoying because you got to tiptoe. You got to walk on eggshells for a little while. But I think in the long run, it's going to be better for our society, because we have let this thing get too far out of control, where, like I said, you start having these political conversations and it's all F you, you phobe, and you ist, and blah, and you know what I mean? And it's just gotten absolutely out of hand. Absolutely out of hand. And it's sad to see, but I'm happy to see that we are taking some steps in the right direction. Man, was that good to watch. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Campus Reform. Show them some love. Let them know we appreciate them and all of the work that they do on college campuses. And hope that they continue to do this wonderful and great work on these college campuses, and maybe even expand it. All right? We'd love to see more of this from other places. But as always, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.